There we go. So you have a notice now that we are recording the call?
Yes, it says John is recording the call.
Beautiful. Let's rock and roll then, Lucas.
All right.
Here we go. Hello, and welcome to the Rock and Roll Podcast. I am your host, John Harris. On my right-hand side is my right-hand man, Gabriel.
Here's what it's made of. I'm going to meet us something.
And today on the Rock and Roll Podcast, we have Crown of Glory, and they've got a new album called Ad Infinitum. Is that how I say it? Ad Infinitum?
Yes, it's called Ad Infinitum.
Ad Infinitum. There we go. I was looking for where the emphasis should go on my syllables there. And it was released on September 11th via Fastball Music. Right now I'm being joined by Lucas, and together we're going to share some more information about what the boys have been up to when they've got some really exciting stuff that they've been cooking. So, Lucas, welcome to the show.
Thanks to have me, John.
Absolutely. Great to have you on. Now, I guess the big question I have is with the album being released in September, was that always the plan, or is this kind of like as a result, like delaying the release because of what's been happening with COVID?
Yes, actually, the band has been working the entire last year on this album, and that's because like 2 years ago, some founder members quit the band, So this was, there was Philip and the drummer, the keyboarder and the drummer, they left the band. So the band had to get together again and get the groove together. And so it took quite a while to actually get the new band together and starting recording new songs, So we also changed the way of songwriting at that moment with the two new members, with me on the drums and Oliver on the keyboards. Hungi and Heinz, who are the songwriter of the band, they changed the process of making songs because we don't have the time anymore to sit in the rehearsal room for like 2 or 3 times a week. So we work entirely on MIDI files and sending stuff around. So Henne and Hungi are actually doing the songs until to a certain grade, and the rest of the band is hearing the songs, and I do the drum lines and drum fills and Oliver the keyboards, and then we talk again, we record again. So demo tape has a pretty good sound already before we went into studio. But yeah, to answer your question, it took us quite some time to have the CD release party on September.
Yeah, now I guess the kind of drumming and keyboard playing that you guys bring to the table, is it how different is it? I guess my question is, you mentioned that the songwriting changed, and you covered how the process of making the music changed. How much did the music itself change? How did your drumming, for example, change Crown of Glory?
Well, I think the band had to rethink about their last 3 albums. They've put out 3 albums and 3 EPs since 1998. The band is together, and it's like 2 brothers. It's like Marcus on the rhythm guitar and Heinz on vocals. They're brothers, and so the music was more power metal kind of thing, like you had these different parts which were all great, but on the new album we tried to keep it more straight. We want it to pump, so it needs to really be right in your face, like my drumming, I'm just going straight, I'm hitting hard, and we're focusing on cool hook lines, on good guitar riffs, so the crowd can really bang. It's not anymore So how do you call this in English? It's not a lot of variations anymore. We like going through, push the pedal to the metal from second one to the end of the song. It needs to be right in your face, and so this changed my drumming. Actually, I was used to drum like this because 20 years ago I was drumming for Poltergeist and Gerd, Swiss thrash metal bands. So we also reduced the part of the double bass. There are still power metal parts, where you have some double bass variations and stuff, but basically it's reduced to the max. It's more straightforward, cool hook lines. You can sing along, and we want to have a blast together with the audience, with the crowd celebrating.
Yeah, and I get that vibe. And I'm curious, you mentioned that you did a lot of thrash metal before, so is joining Crown of Glory a different step for you?
Yeah, well, it's actually, for me, going back to the roots, because I'm not 20 years old. I'm a little bit older, okay? But I have to stick to my guns. I did a lot of things in my life, and I have my own music school here in Switzerland, which runs pretty good. I educate kids, and we do some band coaching workshops. I also teach a little bit piano and stuff, keyboard. So I have also a cover band, like a disco cover band. We use the wigs and stuff, but doing it for money, I got to make a living out of it, okay? And so for me, this was, again, having your own songs, having your own band was very important for me, again, in life, because I had to focus again, sometimes you need to focus again what's going on. And so I'm very authentic to myself, and this was the highest level of being able to make music again, earning no money, because this business is really hard at the stage we are. So, but it's a great vibe during the concerts. I wanted always again to record a CD. And we have a pretty good setup, a pretty good lineup in the band, and it makes it sure that we will soon again start recording new ideas and new songs, and should be the idea that within 2 or 3 years the next album will be ready, maybe earlier, So because I want to go forward now, it's. What is life all about? For me, it's about making music, family, having my drum school, and driving Harleys, and that's it. The rest, I don't care anymore. I care about friends and the audience, but it gives me a good feeling, to push the pedal to the metal. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you want to make money, the problem is you're playing the drums.
Oh, sorry, what was that?
I said you want to make money, but the problem is you're playing the drums.
Yes, you're right, John. You're right. A singer is gonna take all of them, and all the record company, studio is gonna take a lot of money, and mixing, mastering. It takes a lot of. It takes some stuff, but we are very happy that we can finance ourselves by merchandising and all those metal people out there who book us. We did the band did cool shows in Spain, Italy, Germany. They toured a lot, playing as support of Judas Priest, of Doro, you name it, Heat, Actually, we had a very nice support show last year, supporting Heat from Sweden. And so that's it.
Cool. Now, when it comes to the track "What I'm Made Of," which is the lead single off of the album and a killer music video, speaking of girls and fast cars, I think it's got both in the video. Now, I'm curious, what went into making this music video, and what is this track about?
Yeah, it's always a challenge to produce and publish a single and a video, I guess. So it was this time, it was the same stuff. Because there are so many songs on the album that we thought for a long time which song units as many trademarks as possible. And the song has a lot of energy and a catchy hook, so the video was shot at the Hotel Meilenstein in Langenthal in Switzerland. And it's a huge and a great location, huge place and a great location. So as a special, we hired Indi Eierbacher. She's actually a good friend of mine and also a good friend of the band. And she had agreed to participate in the video. So Indi Eierbacher and her father, they own a dragster racing team, and her father is actually world champion sheep leader, and she drives the Top Fuel dragster, So dragster racing is the thing she does, and she's actually fastest woman in Europe today. So she's having a pretty good run right now. And since the song, is about being yourself, is about we're gonna show you what we are made of. It's like life goes up and it goes down, and I guess Heinz, who wrote the song, wanted to write a song about you always have to stand up again, So and you have to be strong and you have to survive, It's very heavy out there to get through, and. So, but if you work on yourself, if you work on certain spaces in your life, and you have a mindset, and the mindset will make you successful. So that's, I guess, the title of the song. We're going to show you what we're made of, So we're pretty hard taking stuff. So in taking stuff, and go down is no option, stand up and be yourself, and show me what you're made of, show me your assets, show me your guts, let me know what you think, and give power to your friends, to the people and stuff. Yeah.
Very cool. Now, the next track that you wanted to chat about was Something, which opens up with just as a face melter. Very high energy track. Now, I'm curious, when it came to picking a second track, why Something?
Actually, Something is, I guess it's no, it's not the opener on the album, but I guess it's like the third or fourth song. Something is a song which also stands for the new Crown of Glory type of style, kind of, It's a very pumping beat. It's straightforward. It's got a very cool guitar riffs, and the parts of the voice are coming out really nice because the band is breaking it down in the chorus. And actually, what's cool about the song is that we worked together in the studio with Seraina Telli. She was the singer from Burning Witches, actually, Burning Witches, which is or still is a very cool metal band coming here out of Switzerland, of Zurich, where I live. And she used to be the singer for that band, so she toured the world and everything. She has a great voice. She's a great musician. She's not only doing heavy metal, she's doing other stuff too. And so Heinz and her, they would sing the song together, or you will hear they sing the song together. So it's great how the color in the song moves between her voice and his voice, and between, and also the energy again, it's straightforward, it's right in your face. So the song is about the chorus. He asked, "Is there something you should tell me?" So it's about, it's about the relationship. It's about being together and hiding stuff from each other, because everybody got some deeper insights, which means you don't tell your partner everything. Sometimes, there's some secrets you hide, and sometimes in life it becomes important that you talk about it, So that's the question: is there something you should tell me that I don't know? So it's about love. Actually, a lot of songs are sometimes a little bit digging deeper, but sometimes just also about easy stuff like love, Yeah.
Yeah, well, that brings me to the next question, with regard to the album. And it looks like the last album has been a few years ago. And obviously you mentioned there was some lineup changes and whatnot. But my question is, what is the album about? What did you guys put together?
Yeah, actually the story for Ad Infinitum took place after the release of the album King for a Day, and actually after King for a Day, there was a tour following, and as I mentioned earlier, 2 band members decided to leave the band. So Philip, the keyboard player, was a founding member and an important part of the band as a musician and songwriter too, So as a band, Crown of Glory considered whether they should throw everything away or if they should pull themselves together and carry on, So fortunately, they chose the second option. So, and Oliver and me, we joined the band, and we were willing to take the band forward. So due to the situation, it took forever to write and produce the new album. So it was very appropriate to call the album Ad Infinitum, which means in all infinitum in Latin. What does it mean? I don't know the word in English. It's like in alle Ewigkeit in German, which means to the whole entirety, right? It's how do you translate it? How do you say that? Ad infinitum in English?
I would say going on forever.
Going on forever. You name it, exactly. So it took the band forever to record the album, so that's why we called it Ad Infinitum. And actually, Jonas, our bass player, came up with this name, so we thought it was appropriate. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Very, very cool. Now, let me see. I believe actually that is all of my questions. Is there anything that you wanted to chat about that I missed?
No, actually, I just want to put out some words to the fans and to the people. Above all, the band would like to take the opportunity on behalf of everyone for their support, and they have given us over the years. It's pretty cool as musicians to be able to receive the applause and praise from people in the audience or the press. So, however, it is often forgotten how many people sacrifice a large part of their free time to work for us, So without all of that, the band wouldn't be there where it is now. And in addition, all the metalheads who often organize their metal events, as I mentioned earlier, they take their last money, their savings, to have bands like us playing for them. And long before they become big ones, So it's a very cool scene, the metal scene, And finally, also a very big thank you to all those who always came from far away just to attend one of our concerts. You are the heroes of the real show, of the real scene. So we like to play for you and the band would love to tour. Canada would be great, man.
Okay.
So that's it, I guess.
All right. Well, and I agree. Canada is awesome, especially this time of the year.
I only had the chance once to visit Vancouver, but that was a short stay, unfortunately. So, if I would have the opportunity to tour Canada, this would be a dream become true, So
exactly. Perfect.
But I believe in the new album. It's going to be great. So, and thank you, John, for your support, for taking it out to the people. And hopefully the Canadian metalheads like the stuff they hear. And we're actually really trying hard to bring out, after this album, we don't want to have another 4 years, nothing happening. So the pace should be high, we should be doing it in 1 or 2 years again, a new album. I want to do new album. Just go ahead,
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, Lucas, thank you so much for coming on to the Rock Metal Podcast.
Thank you, John, for having me.